If you are one of the 15 million Americans dealing with almost $50 billion of medical debt, unfortunately, that debt is not going to be wiped off your credit report after all. That's because a federal judge in Texas just ruled late last week that the Biden administration's rule was not legal. So here's what's going on. I've been reporting since last June that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau under the Biden administration found that medical debt was severely hurting the ability of average Americans to get a loan or qualify for a mortgage. At the time, the CFPB said studies proved that medical debt was not a good indicator of a borrower's ability to repay other debts. So they proposed this new medical debt rule, which prohibited lenders from using medical information in their lending decisions. It increased privacy protections for borrowers, and it eliminated the medical debt from the actual credit reports. Importantly, the rule did not eliminate the actual medical debt. It just eliminated the medical debt from the credit report so that credit scores of millions of Americans weren't negatively impacted by this medical debt. Well, that rule became final in January of this year, and almost immediately, credit bureaus and trade organizations sued, saying the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau under President Biden overstepped its authority by creating this rule and finalizing it in January of 2025. In their view, they said the rule was a violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act of 1970. And a judge in Texas agreed. Writing in this 34-page ruling, the Fair Credit Reporting Act expressly allows creditors to obtain and use properly coded medical debt information in credit decisions, but the medical debt rule would prohibit them from doing so. As it now recognizes, the Bureau was powerless to promulgate such a rule that flouts a federal statute by functionally rewriting it. Now, it's important to know that congressional Republicans hated this rule when the Biden administration first announced it. But by the time the rule took effect, Trump was already in office, and Elon Musk's Doge team stepped in and basically dismantled the entire Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. While it's technically still around to this day, the president ordered the agency and those who are still working for it to stop all of their operations. So it's very unlikely that the Trump administration is going to appeal this ruling. So what does that mean for you if you have medical debt? Well, I reported over the summer back in 2022 that the three main credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, pledged to remove certain types of medical debt from credit reports. Now, not all, but some, and this is voluntary. Generally, all of the three agencies said paid medical debt does not appear on credit reports. Unpaid medical debt does not appear on your credit report for a year from the date of the original delinquency, and medical debt under $500 does not appear on your credit report. By the way, you should also check with your state because some states have their own laws regarding medical debt and how it can or cannot appear on your credit report.